Well, hello there. Yes, it is that time again. It is time for our weekly tarot reading, and I so much appreciate you tuning in. Today's date is the 15th of October of 2017, the day after Barbara's birthday. Yay! We had a lovely day yesterday, had some family over, ate too much, lots of cake, among other things, but a good time was had by all. So now we can turn our attention to this week's tarot blog. And as usual, I'm going to go over some tarot cards, some major and minor arcana from the Tarot de Marseille, and I'll share a little bit of astrological knowledge with you. Okay, so let's go ahead and get into it now. The three major arcana cards, they're going to come up in a moment and more or less block my face. The three cards for this week are the Priestess, the Star, and the Lovers. Now, what I get out of this as I look at these images is I'm strongly getting the sense that if we are patient, like the Priestess, okay, and strip ourselves of expectations, like the figure in the Star, and combining that with patience and forbearance and focus, we avoid confusion. Like the figure in the Lovers, everybody is pulling on him. He's not sure which way to go, but we avoid that by focusing on what is important and being patient and being humble. Now, what do I mean by humble? Well, humble means not expecting too much. Saying, okay, I don't have to do everything at one time. I'm very guilty of that. Okay, I love to get involved in stuff, studying, all kinds of stuff, and just, I get in over my head. So we don't have to go in over our heads. We don't have to get pulled in 20 different directions with whatever activities interest us. For me, it's studying. I study a lot of cartomancy, a lot of different card systems sometimes. I just love that stuff, as well as astrology. And for you, it might be romance, it might be work-related issues. But whatever it is, you need to sort it out, and we need to focus. And we're going to see that especially reflected in our minor arcana cards, which are coming up next. That's right, I always pull two minor arcana cards because those give very practical advice. Okay, it tends to be very focused. And the two cards that we have are the Seven of Swords, and we have the Queen of Swords. Now, of course, the swords are the mind, our mentality, and the Seven of Swords now, it's like this sword is piercing this structure. It's going through this archway, and it's doing so with some difficulty. It's a substantial arch, but it's pushing through it by the force of the will. And the Queen of Swords, she's defending herself. She's ready to fend off ideas that are not going to serve her purpose. So again, it is a matter of that focusing. It's a matter of saying, okay, this is what's important to me, and other things I'll set aside for now. And I'll really focus on what I need to do, and I'll get there quicker. If we do that, I think we can have a great week. And astrologically, there's not a lot to report. The one thing that is coming up that's really important is on the 19th, this coming Thursday evening, we're going to have new moon in Scorpio. Now, new moons are always exciting because they're new opportunities, new chances to plant seeds, new things to get excited about, and a time to attract what we want into our lives. So now the moon begins to grow stronger, waxing, and we begin to attract stuff. These next few days, I don't tend to do spells, I don't do much magic because it doesn't serve a good purpose as we come into the weakest part of the moon, the dark of the moon, right before the new, about 2-3 days before it. It's not fruitful to do rituals or spells in order to obtain things. It's best just to kind of like maybe meditate, lay back, and wait for that new moon energy to kick in, and then we can take things to another level. Well, there you go. There's our weekly tarot blog and astrology blog. I appreciate you tuning in. I love you. Thank you so much for your support. Till I see you next week, many, many blessings.